Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the flight line. And today we're going to be taking another IFR flight via VOR radios from here in lovely sunny Wycombe Air Park. And you can see that we've got the Wycombe Air Park add-on here from Orbex, which has just come out, and it makes for a lovely little light aircraft airport with this nice little add-on. Not much taxiing involved, and nice details on the ground. And we're going to be taking the Cessna 172 Skyhawk again, SP rather, Skyhawk SP. I don't know whether it's still a Skyhawk, but it's definitely an SP. From Wycombe Air Park here over to Duxford. So we're going to be doing that within, obviously that's within the London area. It's fairly busy. I'm glad to see we have London Control on board there. We'll see if they like our flight plan today, which has just been planned VOR to VOR. I've had a look with AutoRouter to see what an acceptable IFR flight plan between these airports are, and it's pretty much given me a few options, including direct and via one of the VORs that we're using today. So I think that our obviously VOR training flight plan will probably be fine, but we'll see. Sometimes the VATSIM controllers want to modify the flight plans when they are not standard flight plans. So if you're using a standard route with an Airbus A320 at the right altitude, etc., you'll be absolutely fine. But with some of these routes for GA aircraft flying IFR, it's often hard to know exactly what the right route is. And then they'll either give us directs anyway if they need us to, or they'll modify the flight plan. Going to be doing that today. See how I get on. A little bit more complicated than the previous one we did over to Leeds from Blackpool. So a couple of different VORs today. So hopefully it'll be a little bit different. So we're going to start the engine, and then we'll get everything set up, and then we'll call via air traffic control. So clear prop. So we've got a good start. And we're setting 1000 RPM. Alternator on. And we'll just put the beacon on. Avionics on. And the amps are going up. That looks good. Okay, that all looks nice. So let's get standby transponder. Well, let's get some ATIS. What have we got here for ATIS? We've got EGSS ATIS. We're going over there. Let's try that. QNH 998. So let's pop that in for now. Probably isn't right because no, it might be right actually. Yeah, it might be right. 995, 6, 7, 8. So about there for. Yeah, that's about right for Wycombe. Actually, it's quite high. Let's just have a look and see what the elevation is on for Wycombe. 520 feet. So not far off. So that's good. So we'll go with that. As our QNH until we get told otherwise. So we need to set up some radio aids now because we're going to be flying IFR. So we're going to set up first of all on this one, VOR 1, and we're going to be setting the first one, which is Bovingdon, which is 113.750. So I'm just going to go down to push to change to that one, 113.75, and pop that in, and then we can see it's been picked up. And if we want to identify it, that's the correct code. I have the codes written down here. I'm not an expert in Morse code, but on flight, which I don't have running actually at the moment, so you can't see it. So I'll stick that on record, and then you can see it. So as you can see here on the pilot log on SkyDemon, at the bottom it gives you not only the frequencies for the VORs, but also the Morse code signals. So when you go to ident the VOR, you can just read it off there. It makes it a lot easier. So that's definitely the correct VOR. It's been identified, and now we're going to put the second one under the bar here. So in the second one, in the box, under the bar, whatever you want to say. I usually say under the bar for the radios, and in the box for the altitude. Don't know why, but that's what I usually say. So the next one is Brookman's Park, which is BPK, which is 117.5. So I'm going to just dial in 117.5 here in the second part here. And if you don't know how these work, basically this one is the active one and this one is the standby. And so while we're flying, we can just click this button and it switches over from the active to the standby. Now we're not getting anything on Brookman's Park there. 117.5. So we check we've put it in correctly. No, we may not be near enough to get the signal from it. So we'll go back to, although we do have BPK coming up there. Yeah, it's not giving us any audio, but it definitely is being recognised somehow. So that's good. So we'll switch back to 113.75, and again with the GNS 530 here, it gives you the BNN straight away. So that's good. So what we need as well is the radial that we'll be flying towards that VOR. So we're going to be flying. Just bear with me a second. It should be 049, so we'll just check that. But I always get these the wrong way round. Yeah, it's got to be right because look, it's there. So you can see that we're pretty much on the radial. So 49, that'd be 50. So that's 49 there, I'm going to say. So 049 is the OBS setting for the VOR radial that we're going to follow to BNN. We're not going to put another radial in that one just yet. What we are going to do though is go down to the second one. So this 430 here is controlling this second one, and we're going to set the setup for our second VOR, which is 117.5. I'm going to pop that in the box, and we are going to set the third one up on this as well. So Barkway, which is 116.250. So 116.25. So we've got the next two here, and the next number 1 and 2, number 2 and 3, like that. So 117 should come to life when we get nearer to it. And what I'm also going to do is set the OBS for our second leg as well. So that should be following the 085 radial. So we'll just set that. There we go. So for me now that's all set up, I'm going to put altitude 4,000 feet in the box on the autopilot, so it's referenced there. We've set the we'll set one more thing. So there is a Cambridge NDB. It's 332.5, but we don't have a 0.5 on this, which is really annoying. So I'm gonna do my best to 332.5. We can't set the 0.5. It's really disappointing. I don't know what that means really. So we'll pop that in anyway, and we'll see if anything becomes of it when we get closer. We can set a course for that, which I think is don't know what the course for it will be at this point in time, so we'll just leave it. but we've set it anyway. Set it up ready in case we need it. So that's everything done for here. We're now going to see if London Centre is online, and we're going to try and get a clearance. London, so that's 132.6. Sorry, I forgot that I have to set the radio up for that as well. So 132.6. I'm going to pop that
Bravo,
in.
hold at Lockheed.
Left on Bravo, hold at Lockheed, thank you.
Eurings 5 Alpha Whiskey, turn left, heading 155.
Left heading 155, Eurings 5 Alpha Whiskey.
Gazprom 177, continue present heading and report that heading.
Present heading is 100, no, 110 now, 110, Gazprom 177.
Chat.
London Control, Speedbird 67, stand 534 Heathrow, QNH 998, Dreamliner Dash 9, requesting push and start, clearance right.
67, push approved, face south.
Push and start, face south, Speedbird 67.
E78 Yankee November, runway 26 left, clear to land. The surface wind at Gatwick is 300 degrees 7 knots.
Clear to land, well, 78 Yankee November.
Eurings 5 Alpha Whiskey, climb flight level, disregard.
So we're just waiting for a little gap in the traffic now, a little gap in the talk, so we can ask for clearance.
IGO02, ready for takeoff.
I-503, good morning, London Control, behind the landing, EasyJet A319er via Mike 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
I003, can you repeat please?
I'll put it in text for you.
It's a busy day at London Control by the looks.
Holding my position, I003.
London Control, good morning. Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel at Booker. Request IFR clearance to Duxford.
Golf November, correction, Alpha November Romeo Hotel. Don't cover Booker. You can join for Corporate Airways joining clearance once airborne.
Roger, VFR takeoff and call for IFR once airborne for Golf Romeo Hotel.
Feeling 912, climb flight level 350 for your direction of flight at odd levels, so it's 350-370.
Roger, we'll take 350 if possible for Dwelling 9012.
Roger, climb level 350.
Flight level 350 for Dwelling 9012.
Eurings 5 Alpha Whiskey, turn left heading 100 degrees.
Left heading 100 degrees.
Okay, so we don't need to worry
Eurings 5
about
Alpha Whiskey Yanks, climb flight level
London
350.
Control. Let's just get going and we'll pick up IFR clearance once we're in the air, hopefully. Maybe. So we're going to taxi out.
November 224 Charlie Echo, shortly leaving my airspace. There's nothing further. It's Unicom 228, bye bye.
122.8, November 224 Charlie Echo, thanks for the service.
Gazprom 177, turn left heading 100 degrees.
Say again, for Gazprom 77.
In fact, Gazprom 177, turn left heading 0905.
Left 095, Gazprom 177.
Right, what's my wind?
Well, let's leave it
275 at 13.
So 175, roger, third, right, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Hold November Bravo 2 Echoes, leave it 175.
Should 696 Victor give way to the company 777 on your right hand side, then it's next right, hold November Bravo 3.
Okay, so I'm just going to come off there for a second. I'm going to go back on actually, and I'll explain to you why in 2 seconds when we get to the run-up area here. So that is pretty much into the wind there. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put us onto
You're in 5 Papa Whiskey, turn left heading 0905.
Heading 0905, hearing South Papa Whiskey.
So I'm just going to put us onto Unicom, so A, we don't have to listen to all of that, and B, we can take off VFR here from Booker. So we're going to be doing our run-up checks here, so let's set power. I don't know what that vehicle is over there. There's an awful lot of random vehicles in this Flight Sim 2020 that appearing in really weird places. So 1700 set. Check the left, drop, both, recovers, and right, drop, both, recovers. We want the taxi lights, the landing lights and the strobes on because it looks like we're good to go. We're squawking 7000 and we're on Unicom. And we're just going to go, I think. Booker traffic, Golf Alpha, November Romeo Hotel, lining up for departure, runway 24. Okay, stop here, get ourselves plenty of space. I'm just going to turn down the volume on Sky Demon because it's shouting at me that I've entered a runway. Okay, I am ready to go. I'm just going to check one other thing. That is the... yeah, that looks good. Time, let's go. Oh. Not using quite enough rudder there, but we're off. And we're going to fly around the pattern until we pick up our radial, and then we'll just depart the pattern and follow the radial. Seems like a sensible thing to do. And I'm just going to sit up a little bit higher, so there's a little bit low down there. And we climb into 1000 until we hear otherwise. We'll continue to climb to 2000 feet and up to 4000 feet because we haven't heard anything else. I'm just following the pattern here at Wycombe Airpark, Booker Airfield, and it's currently just taking me around some houses on the right hand side that I'm not supposed to fly over. So as soon as we get around those houses, we'll turn to the right to follow the pattern, and then hopefully we'll pick up the radial on the VOR there, as we start to fly towards our route. So we're basically climbing up towards the airfield. We're above the height of the pattern now. So I'm going to switch back to...
155.
Speedbird 696 Victor, passing 3,400 feet.
696 Victor, thanks. Fly radar heading 125, climb now, flight level 180.
125 and flight level 180. Thank you.
So with 17527 left, clear takeoff, surface 280 degrees 8 knots.
Clear takeoff, 27 left, speedbird 175.
So 231, hold November Bravo 3. Speedbird 231, hold at November Bravo 3.
Now just going to enter controlled airspace in a minute, so we're going to need...
Speedbird 67, continue Bravo, link 28 right Alpha, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Just going to descend a little bit here because I'm going to enter controlled airspace otherwise.
Continue Bravo, right link 28 Alpha and hold November Bravo 2, Speedbird 67.
Sort of, it's Bravo straight ahead onto link 28, right onto Alpha, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Hold November Bravo 2 Echo and Roger, we see the rest. Speedbird 67.
Speedbird 231 London.
Go ahead, Speedbird 231.
Speedbird 231, continue Alpha, hold November Bravo 3.
So here's our VOR coming in. We're just going to
hold November Bravo 3.
lean off a little bit here. So just stay just on
Speedbird 26 Echo taxi, Charlie
the
left
autopilot
Alpha,
on.
hold at Lowman.
Charlie Alpha and Lowman, Speedbird 26 Echo.
I fly 03, are you flying the heading please? Turn left now, heading 030 degrees.
Turn left heading 030.
Air France 1068, requesting to start descent.
Air France 1068, descend flight level 200, level by Elvos.
Descend 200, level by Elvos, Air France 1068.
London Control Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel requesting IFR clearance to Duxford.
Golf Alpha, November Romeo Hotel, good morning London, Squawk 0301.
0301 for Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel.
I fly 03, you're still not flying the heading assigned. Turn left heading 010 degrees.
Turn left heading 010 degrees.
So we're flying inbound to our first waypoint.
And I fly 03, you've busted your level now, you're passing flight level 130 again. The Code of Conduct Bravo 8 requires pilots to be able to do simple instructions such as heading, speeds and levels. You need to comply with these simple instructions, otherwise you'll just get removed from the network. Through 231, next right hold November Bravo 3.
Next right, and hold on November Bravo 3, speedbird 231.
So I can see down
Hello,
here
Zero
now
175, holding
that I have
6,000.
Should see it 175, thanks. Climb out flight level 130.
130, speed
So
175.
what should happen is as we
Should
get
231 from
closer
November Bravo 3, 27 left, clear
Buckman's
takeoff,
Park
steps in 290 degrees,
to
5 knots.
intercepting that radial, this will come in.
Clear takeoff 271,
When that
speedbird
comes
231.
into the middle here, then we can switch over and intercept this
Control, good day,
radio.
19 Victor, stand 543, QNH 9998, Boeing 747, request push and start.
Should 19 Victor push approved, face south.
Think south, speedbird 19 Victor.
Should 67 by November Bravo 2 Echo, line up runway 27 left, caution intersection departure ahead.
Fine, November Bravo 2 Echo, line up 27 left, and we have the intersection departure in sight, speedbird 67.
Speedbird 175, climb flight level 360.
360, speedbird 175.
London Control, Victor Hotel X-ray Mike Bravo, ready for taxi.
Victor Mike Bravo, taxi hold short runway 23, just call ready for departure, and the QNH at Cambridge is 997 hectopascal.
997
So we're close now, very close.
Taxi runway 23 and
And I
report
just
ready
need to
departure.
check
Victor
085
Mike
is what
Bravo.
we'll be changing to here when we jump across.
Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel, sorry, identified it's a traffic service outside London QNH 998 hectopascal.
Roger, a traffic service for Golf Romeo Hotel.
Golf Romeo Hotel, just confirm your requested level.
Requested level 4000 at Golf Romeo Hotel.
Golf Romeo Hotel, Roger, clear to enter controlled airspace on track, the Brookman's Park, rear wire, climbing to altitude 4,000 feet.
Cleared for controlled airspace and 4,000 feet for Golf Romeo Hotel. And what we're going to do now, we're just going to go heading mode, and we're going to turn,
Good morning, Zero 175.
my mistake,
696 Victor, resume navigation
towards
direct
this.
Coxie,
We're
climb flight
going to
level
switch
290.
to the next one and
Having
set
navigation direct Coxie
085.
and flight level 290, I think.
And there's the zoom again, 085, and just back to nav, and that should pick that up, and we're also now going to climb, so we're going to climb to 4,000 feet.
Speedbird 26 Echo, continue Alpha, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Alpha November Bravo 2 Echo, speedbird
And
26 Echo.
I've lost BGS. What happened there?
Golf Romeo Hotel, radar control service.
Roger, Golf Romeo Hotel.
Speedbird 231, report your passing altitude.
Passing 2,200, speedbird 231.
Should 231, thanks, climb out flight level 290.
Okay, so we've entered
290, speedbird
the controlled airspace,
231.
which we were just hovering beneath while we waited for our clearance. And the controlled airspace is
iFly 03 London.
the controlled airspace was above us by 100 feet. So now he's given us clearance to controlled airspace.
afternoon,
We've got an
Speedbird
IFR
308,
clearance,
radio
and
check.
we'll, as per our
308,
track,
good
and
morning,
also
London,
our
visibility 5.
dialed flight level, which was 4,000 feet. So
Speedbird
now we're
308,
climbing
stand 518, Airbus
to
320,
4,000
requesting
feet,
IFR clearance
and
to Paris.
we'll continue on
Stand
course.
by. Speedbird 6727 left, clear takeoff, surface wind 290 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear takeoff 27 left, speedbird 67.
I go 03, stop, climb flight level 270.
Man, it's busy today. It is busy, but it is London. This is how it is. So I'll now do the things that I forgot to do before we took off. So I'll turn off the
Victor, climb flight
taxi
level
and landing
350.
lights.
Flight level
We'll
350 for speedbird 696 Victor.
France 1068, further
Just
descent at your discretion, it's on Unicom
mixture out a little
122
bit.
bye-bye.
France 1068, switching to Unicom, thank you, bye bye.
Speedbird 19
now
Victor,
we're
ready
going
for
to
taxi.
get a little bit of light there.
Speedbird 19 Victor, Charlie left Alpha, hold at Lowman.
Sorry, left Alpha short low, Speedbird 19 Vector.
Speedbird 26 Echo via November Bravo 2 Echo, line up 27 left.
November 27 left, Speedbird 26 Echo.
Speedbird 308, there is no departure, there is no mid 3 course departure for runway 27 left.
Okay, that's what you've filed, so if you need to have a Maxit departure, then you'll need to refile via Maxit, please.
Okay, sorry for that, Speedbird 308.
So, we're coming towards Brookman's Park. I can't do anything about... I'm going to switch in our new one here, and next one, and it should be a 17 degrees track, so I'm going to put 17 degrees
report your passing altitude.
into the heading book, because we might have to just use the heading.
67, thanks, flying over, flight level 220.
That should be about 17 degrees. I'm going to put 17 degrees in here, and we'll fly by hand if necessary.
Take off surface and 290 degrees, 5 knots.
17 degrees, 10, it's about there. So basically we are now at 4,000 feet. No, we're not. We're at 3,500. Why is that? Why are we not climbing?
London Control, good afternoon. Papa 341. Gatwick holding point runway 26 left, ready for departure.
Air 341, good morning, London Control. From Alpha 326 left, clear takeoff, surface and at Gatwick 290 degrees, 8 knots.
No, back in the cloud again, but that's okay because we're flying on instruments. We appear to have completely lost.
696 Victor, nothing further. You on the Unic on 122.8. Bye bye.
122.8 for Speedbird 696 Victor. Many thanks for your help as ever. Bye.
We appear to completely have lost the GNS 530. So that's interesting. So that's a failure. I wonder if that is a failure that is supposed to be there, and also for some reason it's not. Give me 500 feet per minute please to pick up to 4,000 feet, thank you. Yeah, there's a failure, so that's interesting. I wonder if that's part of the failure engine here for Flight Simulator, but there was no way that we can change the NAV1 equipment, so we're now flying using NAV2 on our GNS 430. I didn't plan this at all, so this just goes to show you what is possible with Flight Simulator. What we'll do now is we'll turn using the heading, and we'll use the heading bug to follow the second VOR instrument.
2,500 for the 26
So we'll just wait until we get to thankfully I have Sky Demon, so I can use Sky Demon to so it's doing the thing again where it's not stopping at 4,000 feet, so I'm going to take that down. So I'm going to just zoom in. We have to make the turn in a second. I'm just going to go back to 998.
London Control, hello, Austrian 90, flight level 390.
Austrian 90, hello, London Control, Squawk 0522.
Squawk 0522, Austrian 90.
Okay, so we're coming to our turning point. We don't have anything on here yet in terms of a radial. It should be 17 degrees, but okay.
Squawk set 0522, Austrian 90.
Austrian 90, thanks.
When we get to the spot where we need to change on Sky Demon, I will just bring it over automatically. We're obviously not quite there yet.
London Control, Emirates 6 Bravo at Gatwick, on taxi at Alpha November for Alpha 3.
So I can see the
Emirates 6
line
Bravo, hello,
coming
London
in,
Control via
but
Alpha
we
3,
need
line
to
up and wait,
turn
runway
here
26
because
left.
this is our point of turning. So I'm going to
Via
turn
Alpha 3,
on heading hold
line
now
up and wait, 26 left. Emirates
towards
6 Bravo.
this.
London Control, hello, Golf Golf,
And I'm
off
gonna
Lima,
just
Fox
adjust.
5290, we're at TBM 900.
So we're following a different radial.
Golf Oscar Lima
inbound.
Foxtrot, hello, London Control to
Park.
FedEx 1 Charlie, arrival runway 27 at City, and the score for you 0317.
0317 on the squawk and FedEx 1 Charlie 27 Golf Golf Oscar over.
We have kind
London
of on
Control,
our
Victor
track
Hotel
here.
X-ray Mike Bravo, holding short runway 23 ready for departure.
Victor Mike Bravo, runway 23 clear takeoff and the surface and down to Cambridge, 280 degrees 7 knots.
Clear for takeoff runway 23 of Victor Mike Bravo.
So we're 4,000 feet-ish. We are at see what happens if I just adjust the. I want to know what's causing this issue. Just staying at it, isn't it? Very strange. 998. We are set correctly. So we've got no GNS 530. That has gone. We've got. I didn't even think that I had failures turned on.
Speedbird 308 stand.
We're following
518
track
requesting push on
inbound
start.
towards Barkway. Is it Barkway? Let's have a look. Next Barkway, yeah. It looks like 6 left is available for Duxford, the runway. 6 left and 6 right. So we will try to get 6 right.
Speedbird 308.
Left, right hand circuits. So if we try to join right base, that's probably what we need.
Oh, so the control is not online.
So we're going to have a look at the airfield for Duxford. It's
Heathrow
126
traffic,
feet.
Civil 19 of Victor, line up and wait, runway 27 left, Heathrow traffic.
Gatwick traffic, Emirates 6 Bravo taken off 226.
London Control, Victor Mike Bravo, passing 1000.
So Duxford 997 is the QNH. I don't know if they have any kind of let's have a look. Approach information. Doesn't look like they have any kind of. I won't need it. They don't have any kind of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Instrument landing. But we're direct to Brookman's Park, to Barkway now on the VOR here. We'd forget this one. Are the buttons still working? No. And they're not changing my comm settings either, so comm 1 is dead. I don't know how I go to comm 2, so let's have a look at that now. So let's put comm 2. So I need to press the button there, and then I can go to 122.8. 122.8, make that active, and then I can go to COM 2 here and COM 1 off. Doesn't seem to be allowing me to change to COM 2. Ah, there we go. Set transmission mode to COM 2, so we're on We've lost, for some reason, London control. So we're now on 122.8, which is using our COM2 radio. So we've had to switch our radio over to COM2 because of what's happened with our GNS 530. But that's okay. I mean, we are fairly visual with the ground, so we could go descend and fly VFR if necessary, but that's okay. We've still got an indicator here for our VOR radio, and that shows us that we're tracking directly into the Barkway VOR, and then in a second we'll be starting our descent to Duxford, and it's going to tell us that I need to just look at the map for the circuit height. Doesn't say. Circuit height, circuits. It doesn't say what the circuit height is. Excellent, that's very useful. Sky Demon. So we're going to assume 1,000 feet for the circuit height because it doesn't tell us otherwise. And I'm going to start a descent now. Duxford traffic, Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel, starting descent for join base runway 06 right. So we're going to start a descent now to 1,000 feet, so we'll do that using the autopilot. And we'll go to 1,000 feet per minute. Well, let's go to 700 to start with. I need to pull the power back. And we'll just put the pitot heat on as we are descending through cloud. Should have probably put it on earlier, actually. And I'm just going to bring that down to 1,000 feet. And I'm going to check that I have Duxford pressure set, which is 997. There we go. And I think that's Duxford there, straight in front of us. It kind of should be, really, I think. Unless it's a bit further out. Yeah, maybe that's a bit too soon. It might be further out, yeah. So we're going to pass overhead of the VOR in a second, and we're going to continue exactly on this heading because this is taking us directly towards I I've forgotten the name of it. Directly towards Duxford, and we're going to actually set our descent to be 500 feet so we can do a base leg join. So let's do that, and let's just increase our vertical speed. That's not what I want. So I want 500 feet on the out and 700 to 1,000 feet per minute on the descent. We won't be down quickly enough otherwise, just going to bring the power back there. I'm going to put the mixture all the way forward, ready for landing. So I don't know what happened to London Control there. I think that he may have got a little fed up with... I think that's Duxford there ahead. I think that's the airport directly ahead of us. So I think that he may have got a little fed up with that pilot that wasn't really listening or wasn't able to follow the instructions that were being given. I don't blame him. I can totally understand that. But it meant that we lost radar control there, and for all intents and purposes we've reverted to IFR for our arrival to Duxford because it's completely clear and we can go direct into the pattern. So we're going to be coming at 500 feet and then we're going to be joining the pattern, and I'm just going to bring the power right down now so that I can drop the speed down, get some flaps down and be ready to join the pattern. I'm going to make a slight correction to my heading now, just because of using Sky Demon I can see where the pattern's supposed to be. We're still on the radial from Barkway, and we can see that it's now changed to from. So I'm just going to turn the autopilot off, and I'm just going to level out here to about 800 feet. Don't want to descend too quickly. I can see the airfield and I can see where I'm supposed to join the pattern. So I'm going to put the first stage of flaps in, and I'm going to just get my speed around 80 knots here. Now we're going to turn base around now. Duxford traffic, Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel, turning base at runway 06 right. So there we go. We're base for 6 right, descending, bring the power back. I can see the airfield. I'm just going to start the turn onto final now. Duxford traffic, Golf Alpha November Romeo Hotel, turning final, runway 06 for full stop landing. There's the runway, going to go flaps for landing. Yeah, that was an informative radio call there. Looking for 65 knots now, finals. Bit off the centre line. Whoa! Whoa! The wind's virtually head on. Look at the windsock. Oh no, maybe it's not. Maybe it is a crosswind. It suddenly went crazy the minute I touched the ground. There didn't seem to be any wind at all on the descent, and then as soon as my wheels hit the ground, it just went crazy. I've noticed this a few times in flight sim. I think it must be a bug. I don't understand why there's no wind on the approach, and then as soon as you hit the ground, woo, there's wind. But there we go, we're down. We're taxiing to the end of runway. Let's get the flaps up. Welcome to Duxford. There's a lovely museum here. towards our broken GNS 530. So that's the only problem, I guess, with having your COM radios and your VOR radios as part of your GPS. You lose that GPS unit, you lose access to your radios and your COM as well. Whereas if it was separate units, like in older planes, where you've got your COM unit and you've two nav units, etc., then you've still got your nav if your COM fails, and you've still got your COM if your nav fails. But with this system, you haven't. Where should we park? Some planes over there, so let's head over there. So quite a little interesting flight, that. Failure of primary COM and nav unit, having to switch to nav 2, to COM 2 and nav 2 to navigate during IFR flight, and also a controller getting fed up and getting offline. Which I have to say, I really don't blame him at all for doing that, because it was getting a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, so never mind. I mean, it might have been the time he was planning to leave anyway, but hey, sometimes things get to all of us. Let's have a look for a little spot on the apron here where we can line up and have a little sit and get ready before our return flight. I'm going to just taxi all the way round these guys so I'm pointing in the right direction. Oh, I think maybe I was supposed to go to the marshaller there, so let's... Oopsie! There's a marshaller at the other end, I'm wondering if that's for me. Let's go to him. He looks a bit bored. It looks like he needs something to do. I'm not sure though, because he's now in a funny angle. Okay, well we're there anyway. We have arrived at Duxford, parking brake on, and we'll just enter to idle, mixture off. Very good. I'm just going to have a look at one thing before I log off, because I'm interested. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. We don't need any more of that. But what I would like to see is, if I just shut everything down now and start it up again, can I get the GNS back? So, avionics off. Master switch off. Engine off. So everything is off. So I'm now going to put the battery master on. And the avionics... so it does come back. So what I should have done possibly is tried shutting down the avionics in the air and switching them back on again. It's that have you tried turning it all on and off again thing, isn't it, really? So I didn't do that. I was a little worried, I think, that if I did do that, then it would come, it would mess everything up. Whereas at least we could continue the flight no problem at all with the 430 and switching to COM2 and using the second VOR radio. But they're good to know, so if that does happen to you, if you do lose your primary GPS in flight, then just switch off those avionics and switch them back on again. And interesting as well, I've learnt now, the bus 1 is the top one and bus 2 is the second one. So actually what I could have done as well is just turn off bus 1 and put bus 1 back on again. Nothing was coming for the circuit breakers anyway. Well, there we go. So you learn something new every day, and that's today's lesson. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed my little bimble around IFR today and failure of GNS 530. Please join me again on the flight line.